We've had a lot of rain, we've had a lot of wind, and we've had some kind of humid days. So these are some of the outfits I've been wearing recently for the spring, and some outfits that I am imagining for when it gets a little bit warmer. These shoes are a pair of ballerina Mary Jane Crocs, which I've been wanting since 2021 and I recently found on Vinted. I got these yesterday and they are adorable. They're so amazing and I'm really excited to wear them a bunch. I once saw a lady in a grocery store wearing this model and I complimented them, and she told me that it was her second pair of the model. So I think they're a bit addictive. And I talked about these shorts in my favorites video. I've also been wearing this shell necklace quite a lot. I changed out the silver chain for a felted wool one in pink, and I quite like the little accent of both color and texture that it adds. So this is just what I've been wearing here at home. Let me show you planned outfits for this season. This shirt is a new favorite of mine. It's a blend between silk and cotton. I love this kind of dusty rose, or almost like a raspberry color, of like a pink and brown mixed together, and it goes really well with several of the current colors of my wardrobe. It will look different depending on the shirt that I'm wearing underneath because it is quite sheer. I like the green with this as well. I'm excited that it's warm enough to wear this as my coat. But I like the construction, and I think it works well here. These are the pants that I did a little embroidery piece on. For these, I would consider wearing my pink Keens, another seasonal favorite. Something I really like about these pants is that the fabric is kind of crinkly. That's something I generally really like. And then together with the Keens, I think they give up kind of like a parent going on a hike vibe. But I think the blouse kind of counteracts that a little bit. The way that these two tones match so well, this kind of like green undertone of a gray, I really love it. I think it's so fun. And then perhaps I would wear the seashell again to give it a little bit of detail and to show that it's intentional. I think that this could also be a fun outfit to break out my 5 fingers in. I've had these since 2023, guys. Like, I'm not just jumping on the trend. I liked them before they were a genuinely cool girl thing to wear. I honestly can't be bothered to put those on right now because you kind of have to place all the toes correctly. That sounds kind of ridiculous, but it's true. So I think these. And I definitely see myself wearing this. It might be a little bit basic on camera. I think you have to go kind of overboard to make something seem eye-catching, perhaps. But in real life, I would definitely notice if someone was wearing these different textures in the same tone. I am so in love with these shoes that I added my own ankle strap to make them Mary Janes instead of ballerinas because they kept falling off my feet. Kind of the same type as these, actually. If they didn't have this, they would fall off my feet as well, I think. But because they have the extra strap, they are secured. I do think this combination is really, really nice. And perhaps I would wear this with my brown leather jacket to match the brown of the shoes. I changed up this shirt. I dyed it brown from this tone of yellow, and then I have reattached a panel of it on the bottom, and I'm planning on doing that to the sleeves as well. And it's a hemp shirt. I like the colors of this together as well. Again, the brown with the brown, the yellow and the kind of greenish gray. I think that's really fun. I think perhaps I would change into a different shoe. I don't like it when things seem too coordinated. you know, formulaic, like you have to have 2 elements of brown in your outfit. So I like this, the muted pink. I think it goes well. And then the stitching here is still yellow because it's a polyester thread, so it didn't get dyed. And then that links up with the yellow on the edge here. I think that's very nice. And then I have another all gray, slightly with a twist outfit. Let me show you. This one has a tiny bit of like chartreuse lime sticking out from this tank top that I'm wearing underneath, which I would normally not wear like a shirt this long, but that's like a little tiny color detail. These are another recent vintage purchase because I love the look of a flip-flop. In my experience, flip-flops are not very good to walk in at all. That's gonna mess with the muscles in my feet. And then tying together with the black element, I would add this black star pendant I have. And I like that the pants are so long that they kind of cover the ankle strap and make it look like I'm just wearing flip-flops and not a whole sandal looking thing. I could definitely see myself combining it with this bag. I think it ties in well with this tone of greenish yellow. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about this outfit, honestly. I really like this. I feel very comfortable. I feel very like myself in it. You guys probably know this bag at this point. It's gonna appear a lot. I love the color. I've been really into this tone of pink. Nothing specifically set it off, I think. It's just hanging out in my brain. And it completely perfectly matches a pair of woolen cashmere gloves that I bought recently, completely out of season, but they're amazing and they match this color super well. And this is part of the next unintentional set. With these linen pants I've talked about in my favorites video, I was wearing them. Recently I've been really into this bag that I knitted an extra strap for. It's actually just a handbag. It's supposed to be worn like this, which I really liked, so I didn't want to change that. I just wanted to add to it the option to have it crossbody. And you could definitely see me going around town like this. I also recently thrifted this knitted linen blend vest that has kind of a little peplum effect on the bottom, very slight. And then a row of mother of pearl buttons down the front that are turned inside out, so they are the shell part is showing. Whenever I wear this, I feel kind of like a children's book character, in a good way, you know? It just seems like, or maybe like I'm in a folk music band. Like, I look very friendly. I went to the beach recently and I was wearing this straw hat with this outfit, and it really completed, you know, the whole look. Can you see me being a character in a children's book? I really like this kind of petroleum blue. I don't really have that color in my wardrobe. The combination from the beginning, except with the lime shirt underneath instead of the black. And then I was just wondering how this would look because I like the colors together. I like these colors and silhouettes together. I think it works. Again, very approachable, very friendly, very, I'm going to farmer's market soon. Do you need me to pick anything up? Almost the same look, but not. Linen pants, and then the brown shoes. This is very, very appealing to me, all of these colors together. You know that feeling when you realize something has been in the laundry bin for so long that you kind of forgot it was part of your wardrobe? I feel that way about this shirt a little bit. And I love it very, very much. It's like quite big and poofy. I have to wear something underneath because it's so like flowy and open in the neck. Vanilla strawberry chocolate. Classic. The flip-flops will look nice with this. Just poking out. So two different looks, I feel like, with and without. I really like the neckline of this, and then it's actually like a very dark brown, kind of looks black, but I argue that it's dark brown because I definitely like it better that way. You know that feeling? I could see myself kind of going for both my sheepskin bag in grey and my raspberry toned high-tech bag. Although the wide strap of this is kind of ruining the neckline of the shirt, which is what makes it so appealing to me. So, I mean, if I was wearing a jacket, which I probably would, because it's raining on and off all the time. For me, this whole outfit is very defined by the focal point of this tiny little white star pendant. I think that without it, it looks more unintentional. I actually got so many comments on this outfit. It's like quite simple, but because it's all pink. And when I wore it out in the world, I wore my Keens with it. They are pink, but I think like in comparison with this pink, they look almost sand colored. So I think I like wearing actually a different pair of shoes with this. I definitely feel like woman's girlfriend. This bag just combines so well with all of this. It's the pistachio to the strawberry ice cream. I can't stop thinking about this outfit. It's stuck in here. Another recent-ish thrift find are these leather boots. They're very simple, which is something I quite like. Toned down shape. Only detail is this little suede bit here. The skirt is high-waisted, but when I wear it with a little bit of a longer shirt, it looks a little bit more proportional, I feel. And it has some fun details that are maybe being swept up, but it has some nice pleats both in the front and the back. I really like wearing skirts with longer boots. The length of the skirt and the way this hits just above a little pleated line, and the slight color match between the boots and the shirt. I could imagine adding this as a little pop of color because it is a little bit dark. This poncho is really practical because it's very lightweight and it's quite warm. It's cashmere, so I can easily bring it in a bag if I'm going somewhere, and if I get cold then I'll pull this out. But I also like the way it kind of changes the shapes of an outfit and like the focal point completely. And I think these boots are also really well suited for just barely poking out of a long pant leg. Like this, it's kind of like giving a horse riding boot, which I like. I really like the combination of the brown and the light blue of this button up. I think maybe it's a bit much with this as well. I don't know. And let me just try on the 5-finger shoes. I wore these quite a lot in the summer of 2023. I think I got into a pretty good routine of getting them on, but like right now I'm struggling. You know when you're a kid and you have to put on gloves and you keep getting all the fingers in the wrong holes? This is exactly the same feeling. It's quite infantilizing. Okay, there we go. These are fun because they are just kind of a ballerina when you look at them from afar. Oh, put this the wrong way. I guess that works too. I haven't done that before. I would definitely wear this. Mostly to get like groceries or a short run outside. Not run, but a walk. I think these shoes are really fun. Again, they're like kind of a textural detail because they're not just a smooth surface. They have all the different toes peeking out. And especially with kind of wider legged pants like this, they kind of do a little bit of a jump scare. The scarf is literally just a triangle, and I sewed up the edges myself last summer as a little summer project. I really like it. Sweater backwards to have the V-neck in the back, and then the V shape in the front with this array of outfits. I hope you liked watching me play with my clothes. It's so satisfying. It really does scratch an itch that we sometimes try to fulfill by shopping. Like, why would I don't need anything else. I literally have so many clothes. I strongly advocate for going and playing dress up with yourself. Let me know which outfit you like the best, and if you have any similar items in your summer wardrobe rotation. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.